What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, The Unpopular Party, hosted by me, Party Next Short. And today, as you can see, I got my letters on. Since we're gonna be talking about college and other things of that nature, I figured I'm gonna pull this hoodie out of retirement. Now, today's video, we are talking about thoughts on the revamped College Hill in this celebrity edition. And it might be a bit of an unpopular opinion. You know, it's my channel, I gotta state my truth. I'm just gonna talk about why it's kind of hard for me to really get on this concept of the new celebrity College Hill. So just follow along with me. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you guys send my way. Hope you enjoyed this video essay. Without further ado, let's just get started with my thoughts. Before we get deep into the celebrity edition of College Hill, I feel like it's very fitting to get you introduced to the origin, because College Hill is not a new concept. College Hill is something that's been out for years. So if you don't know, College Hill is an American reality TV series that followed the lives of students at historically black colleges. And its original run was on BET from 2004 to 2009. The first season aired January 28, 2004, and it followed the lives of 8 students living at Southern University. But I believe, you know, that first season, if I'm not mistaken, was hit with like a lawsuit because Southern was like, y'all don't really have permission to be filming here. It's kind of hard to find that first. It's kind of hard to find the first 3 seasons actually, because they was never released on DVD. But the first season was in 2004 at Southern University.
My plan was to just go in and tell the truth. Answer the question.
If elected, you will be the first white SGA president of Southern University. Do you think you could exemplify and personify the Black experience and represent what an HBCU stands for?
I thought I addressed this last time. But for those of you who weren't here, Southern University is my home, and you are my family.
The second season premiered January 27, 2005, and it followed 8 students in Langston University.
Where 8 students under one roof equals too much drama. BET and Edmonds Entertainment bring you the sophomore season of the groundbreaking series that's breaking all the rules.
Oh, I love this.
This year, BET enrolls at Langston University, where the students are off campus and all bets are off.
I guess you could say that I am afraid.
When the wildest cast in reality television goes off the hook.
You are lying. You couldn't be real to this.
And the third season was released March 2nd, 2006, and it followed 8 students at Virginia State University. But if you know Ray from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, he was actually on season 3 of this show. Now the fourth season and up is what you'll probably hear most people talk about, because these are the most popular seasons. The fourth season premiered on March 6, 2007, and it followed the lives of 8 students at the University of Virgin Islands. So they actually went out the country for this season. And honestly, it was ahead of its time. This is a season that followed so many people that we know, like Adisha, Fallon, Vanessa, Crystal, Willie, so many people, and it's so memorable. You know, it featured 4 US students as well as 4 Virgin Island students mixed in one house together, and they had to adapt to each other's culture. You know, the US students was getting used to going to school in the Virgin Islands because, you know, they did stuff differently there. Virgin Island students was getting used to these US students and tired of them complaining all the time.
I don't wear sheets, I don't wear wraps, I don't wear that other mystery. People wear like Shaq shoes. The girls wear like cheap kind of clothes where they just kind of like fall off. They ain't got no cute Gap sweaters. Probably don't know what Gap is.
Everything that we take them to do, they like, oh, it's not like LA or it's not like this or that. But I mean, you just someplace else. You need to explore and experience and appreciate something else than your norm.
I should have stayed my black ass at home and just kept on sleeping.
And it was so many personalities. Student athlete, Willie the funny guy, Crystal, the valley girl that was complaining, Vanessa, Aisha, just real chicks, Fallon trying to sing. Everybody was just different, and it made for good TV. So much so that the most iconic fight happened in College Hill history, and that was with Crystal and Vanessa. Now my generation, we know this very well, because that's when Crystal picked that shoe and was just hitting Vanessa in the head with it, and she was just bleeding. I'm not sure YouTube would let me show that clip, which is granted, because, you know, they've been limiting my stuff.
Crystal, you wanna watch Crystal go so you don't Crystal, do not stop me.
But season 4 is definitely the season most people talked about to this day. After that, we had the 5th season, which was College Hill Atlanta, and that premiered March 11, 2008. And this was the first time they all wasn't going to one particular school. They was going to 3 different schools, and the school featured was Morehouse, Clark Atlanta, and Georgia State University. And this is personally my 2nd favorite season. There's so much going on this season. You got Drew, who every 5 seconds wondering if Dorian gay, Dorian's sick of it. Drew getting into it with Ashley L and Siobhan and them.
Don't put your in my face. Shut the up. He about wanted to hit her. Did you try to touch me?
First of all,
try to put hands on me?
Dennis going missing. They all going to London, and Drew getting on stage in London singing that booty clap song. It was a season, but this is also when we started getting introduced in 2008. Different spin-off, different specials. Like they had a reunion special. They also had this one series called College Hill Intern. And I'll never forget, like, just a prominent memory of my childhood. It was like my dad every Saturday morning taking me to the barbershop to get my hair cut. And on that big wide back flat screen TV in the barbershop, College Hill was playing Saturday morning, and they always did like a BET Black College Experience.
You back to school one more time before the Christmas break. It's the BET Black College Show wrap-up special, featuring performances by Ja Rule, Tank, Maya, and Murphy Lee, hosted by Chamillionaire.
You check me out on the 2007 BET Black College Tour wrap-up special. It's going down, baby.
From the ballers, the bands, and the battles, to the students on the stage and the set. It's the BET Black College Tour wrap-up special, Tuesday at 7:30.
That's what's up, baby.
Stuff like that like made me as a child excited, like, oh, I want to go to college, like I want to go get that experience. I would say this season a lot of the cast went on to still be memorable. You know, Dorian launched his own skincare collection, which I really want to try some. If you see this Dorian, send me a PR package. But you know, he was always around the Kardashians and hanging with like Malika. You know, he's been on shows like R&B Divas. Like he's still been in the industry in a sense. I also saw him filming for some MTV show. If I can find it, I'll insert it here. Yeah, he was on this show called The Real Friends of WeHo. It came on MTV at the beginning of this year, January 2023. Taja Hall was in it. I don't know if anybody watched it. It only has 6 episodes. So if you saw it, let me know, because I ain't heard that much talk about it. It really just followed like the gays of Los Angeles and just the gay scene. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think one of them was coming out on the show. I'll have to go look at some clips to clarify, but yeah, I think so. In his other season, he went on to be on BGC Love Game Season 3, and he ended up being the winner with Judy. Ashley L is Lucky Day baby mama, and I remember she blasted him for being a deadbeat. You know, just different areas of the industry. You know, some still doing party promotions, some got married. I would say this cast was a very remembered cast. You know, they all was nice looking. You know, gotta give credit where credit's due. Now, after that, the 6th season premiered on March 24th, 2009. This was the South Beach season. It followed, once again, 8 students going to school there. I remember I didn't personally like this season. I used to always say this was the worst season of College Hill because the dynamic just felt off. It just felt like it was rushed. It felt like BET wasn't really putting their all into it. And then I always remember that man, Cal, he was always disrespecting women, and the men was encouraging it. I never liked that. I was like, you know, I was like, when y'all need to put your foot down and be like, you don't need to talk to a woman like that. Especially when he was getting into it with Milan. I remember, you know, Milan, I ain't gonna lie, when Milan and Cal first saw each other, Cal was like, okay, girl, I see you with your BCBG jeans, and just talking about, he was very knowledgeable, fashionable, and just, yeah. And she just assumed he was gay. You know, that's her fault because she just assumed that man was gay. And you know, just because, you know, you a little bit more feminine, or you know more about fashion, doesn't automatically assume that you gay. But the way that I felt like he went about it, you know, calling her all types of B's and cussing her out and doing this and that.
She was like, are you gay? And I was like, how you gonna stereotype me because I know about the shoe?
No, I'm not stereotyping, man. I'm sorry if you took offense to it, but I guess I'm basing it off my boyfriend. My boyfriend knows nothing about girl stuff.
You can't base it off your boyfriend.
Don't take offense to it.
I'm just taking offense how you just tried to put me out twice. You shouldn't have tried to put me out, because if I was a rude ass, I would say some like, you look like a who missed or died. If I was a rude ass, but I didn't appreciate how you just tried to put me out twice, and I don't give a about no that don't mean nothing, but I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that, I'm being honest with you. You know I ain't want these people to know if I was gay or straight.
I mean, everybody's gonna find out eventually. Hey, listen.
If I don't tell them, that's what I'm saying.
You don't need to raise your voice.
Oh, I'm gonna raise my voice, and you need to tell me how to talk.
Seriously, I don't think she's that serious.
No, she knew what she was doing, and she gonna take her credit for what she was doing, but it's all. I'm done. Let's finish having our conversation. Yeah, do whatever I say. I feel offended if this how the I feel. Now get into that. Now since you wanted me to be gay, I'm gay now, and what's up? I'll be the show, what's up? Let me borrow your shoe. Can I borrow the jeans? Is that okay, that shirt you got on? Where did you get that cheap ass scarf from? Is that your real hair? Where did you buy it? How much makeup you got caked on? What kind of lip gloss is that? Is that MAC? Are those eyelashes yours? Since you want me to be a queen, now I'm gay.
Like a simple, nah, girl, you know, I still like a little, You know, I could get how you would feel attacked, but, you know, just to go off on these women, I didn't like that. He also went on, Catherine, who was one of the new girls, they used to get into it a lot, and, you know, I get it, because, you know, they both was picking, and I think one episode she ate his ribs, but they would argue so bad, it looked like it was about to get violent.
Because I won't be here to defend myself, I'm going to let you know I absolutely did not snitch on you. Paul told Cal you ate his food. Run me, my
money. That's all I ask, is give me my money. I got you. Give me my just wait my give me my. She's laughing about the whole situation. Oh, you know this is being overboard. And I'm like, it's 8:44, you got 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes to give me my money, and if you don't give me my money in 10 minutes, you'll find your clothes out of the lake behind the house.
I didn't really care for Kyle. I didn't care for that season. And I remember Milan and Terry had got into an altercation. They voted Terry off. It was a big debacle. But however, Milan did pop up. You may have noticed her. She was on the first season of The Real Housewives of Dubai. And I remember she did an interview with the Shade Room, and she was like, Kyle, you know, the one that got into it with, he was one of the main people that encouraged her to go on that show. So, now it was 2009. They probably let bygones be bygones. That was almost over 10 years ago. But if you want to check it out, I believe it is still on Hulu seasons 4 through 6. I might, you know, rewatch it when I get done with this video. Yeah, but you know, the college show that we know ended in season 6 in 2009. That was its final season. But you know, fans really wanted the show back. Fans will always be like, you know, BET bring it back. I know when I was in college, I was like, BET, please bring this show back while I'm still in college so I can be on College Hill. And there was always rumbling like, you know, it's coming back, you know, it's gonna come back on. But nothing was ever really confirmed. Now, I do remember in 2020, it was rumored that it was gonna be renewed and it was gonna take place at JSU, Jackson State University. I remember the Shade Room posted it. And people was excited. You know, I had a couple friends that go to Jackson State University. They was excited to see it. However, it was coming back just under new management. BET announced in 2022, the BET Awards that year, I believe, that it indeed was coming back to the streaming network, but it was gonna be a celebrity season and it was filming it at Texas State University, TSU. And the celebrities that was included in the first season was Nene Leakes, Ray J, Lamar Odom, Big Frida, Stacey Dash, Dream Doll, India Love, and Slim Thug. Now, although I never really just sat down and watched the first season because I don't have BET Plus, I knew some of the context of things that went viral, like Stacey Dash.
We all in this class have a common understanding, right? Finish this sentence. Mama said come home before the street lights come on, all right? Telling the truth, I put that.
Mama.
Can we do it slower
7,
first?
A little slower?
Yes, slower.
We did it slow yesterday.
Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna. If you're gonna be the team leader and keep doing that to me, talking to me like that,
I'm not. I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna be spoken to that way. I'm not 18. Give me respect.
I'm giving you respect, but I just wish you would have gave me a little respect by practicing.
But it did well enough to garner a season 2, and this time it would take place at Alabama State University. These celebrities included AJ, once again, with Tiffany Pollard, New York, Josh Hernandez, Orion, Blame It on Quay, Amber Rose, Amon Shumpert, and Parker McKenna. It premiered this year, and I checked it out. I'm not gonna lie, I was vibing with it. And on the good side, it's cool because you give the chance for certain celebrities who never really got the chance to have that school, college experience to get that experience. You know, they doing things that they never got a chance to do because they've been in the entertainment industry for so long. So they get to study and be drum majors and major ed and get a somewhat ideal of what it's like to be a student. But as someone who is a college graduate, these are some of my issues as well as concerns. For one, they are filming these shows at HBCU. If you don't know what an HBCU is, it stands for a historically black college and university. It was originally founded to educate, you know, African American students. These institutions are so sacred and prestigious that it's hard to get in. People who like been in school their whole life, you know, getting a grade, you know, credentials, or don't have like the right ACT score, they still get hit with a rejection letter. And I know if I got rejected to one of these schools and I saw someone from TV get a pass go on simply for the fact because they was on TV, I would low-key feel some type of way. And it's not like you're getting like A-list celebrities. It's just a bunch of, you know, reality stars, IG people. Child stars are just like, you know, not that relevant no more, still searching for that extra 15 minutes. Some of their behaviors in life doesn't really align with the morals and principles of said institution. And if a student was in that institution acting like how some of these reality stars act in real life, it would look down upon. Like Jocelyn Hernandez, for example, she was literally being canceled. I put that in quotation because he has a new season coming out, Jocelyn Cabaret. She was literally being canceled for her mistreatment of black women on her show Jocelyn's Cabaret on the Zeus Network. And she gets rewarded to come to another black network to go to school. But you know, I'll get back into Jocelyn later. So yeah, not only that, but school is also expensive, especially big name HBCUs. Even people who get in sometimes, they can't even afford to go. Not everybody has scholarship privileges. Not everybody, you know, knows or has access to that. Some people just don't want to go in that much of debt. But you see somebody on TV who is just cussing and fighting to get your spot, and you may be like, well, Malik, it's just for 30 days. That's 30 days more than somebody else who's regular get the chance to experience. Also with this celebrity edition, they get the opportunity to do so much. The opportunity to play with the drum line. They get the opportunity to dance with the majorette when that chance was probably taken from somebody else. It's not that easy to just be a walk-on or something. Majorette and drumline shows, they take that so seriously. Average person like you and me, we can't just go to the school and just be like, I want to audition. I mean, we can. Unless you like really just talented, it's gonna be hard to get a spot. They're not just gonna work with you like how they work with these celebrities. A lot of people try out for those things, and yeah, it's life, things happen. I'm not sure it's something that you could carry with. And my concern is, where does the line stop? Let's say Black China or Angela White wants to go on season 3 of College Hill Celebrity Edition, and she decides while she in college, oh my gosh, all my life I always wanted to pledge and I want to join a little sorority while I'm here. That's not something that's easy can be done, because sororities and fraternities not just something that you can just join for a day or two just to get that experience. It's a lifelong thing, well, at least with MPAC. But you know, we treat it as a lifelong thing. It's certain values, customs, traditions, and things that we uphold as sororities and fraternities as a whole. I can't speak for every individual person, but as a whole, that we still value. You know, a lot of people say like, you know, oh, it's like a cult. I wouldn't say it's like a cult. It's just people just respect their history, or people just respect their roots. Like, let's say you're a nursing major and you get a white coat and you get pinned at that ceremony. Not everybody got that pin. Not everybody got that white coat. Not everybody knows the history or the values behind this creed, this white coat, this, you know, field I'm about to go into. So you're not gonna take that lightly. It's kind of the same with, you know, fraternities and sororities. And people just have to work hard to get certain GPA, volunteer hours, community service hours, to be a part of that organization. And once again, you may be like, Malik, that'll never happen. I bet you 10 years ago, you think New York would be a majorette at ASU? No. If I told you 10 years ago that Blame It on Quay, TT, was gonna be marching with you at the marching band at Alabama State University, would you have believed me? Probably not. So you just never know. And another thing that didn't sit well with me was how they show such a watered down version of what college is. When season 2 started and I saw Ray J sitting there talking about, so this season, I'm coming back and I'm gonna be valedictorian.
Now look, I'm gonna try to graduate this time. I don't wanna jinx myself. I'm gonna put in all the work that's needed.
What? It's just not that easy. College is hard. College is stressful. College is intimidating. It's worth it, depending on how you look at it, when you get to the end. Because throughout college, you see so many people that drop out. You see so many people that flunk out. You meet so many people that just come and go along your way. And it's a beautiful experience when you finally get to walk across that stage and accept your diploma. Because you know, you worked hard for this. But sometimes, unfortunately, you can put your best foot forward and it still not pay off. You can still not pass that test. You can still not pass that class. You can still not do well on that group project. I remember, I want to say it was my sophomore year, I was taking statistics and my professor, he was real strict. He was like, look, you get the grade that you get. And I remember I had got a 69. And he was looking like, don't come my way trying to beg to, I'm not boosting nobody else because I got a boost for yours, I got a boost for the rest. I had to walk with that 69, and later at that summer, I had to retake the class. The business department, one of our finals was a group project and it was so stressful. It was 15 pages long. Like once you get done, it's 15 pages. And we were up all night in that library trying to get this presentation done. And we did pass, but I think the main reason why we passed, we all had good personalities, so we was gonna wink it regardless. We had our little professor in the back laughing. You know, it's still a struggle. I would have loved to have graduated cum laude. I just didn't, because you know, that just wasn't in God's plan. I changed my major like 5 times. It took me 5 years to get out. You know, I was more so in the social scene. Then my last year was the COVID year. You know, in the middle semester, we got sent right back home. I kind of jumped off task from my original point for a slight second. What I was saying was, you know, the outsiders kind of come into this college thing treating it as a game, like, oh, I can just get valedictorian. It's just not that easy, and it's just not that likely for everybody to get it. Would it be nice? Yeah, but you know, it's just not that easy. But I'm still appreciative of my experience, because I met friends, I wouldn't even call them friends, family. I still in communication to this day. People that I met on the second day of school that we're still friends to this day. I get the chance to get introduced to my LBs and so many great members, part of my chapter. I had the chance of just like, you know, being a part of every organization, being the PR manager and just getting them type of skills. Just little stuff, walking to the calf with my friends, little experience we get to share. On the probate, seeing the Diamond Divas dance, seeing different modeling shows, shout out to Confident Couture. Also learning how to stand together as a Black community, especially when racial issues popped up. I graduated from PWI, which is a predominantly white institution. And I'm a witness, at least in my era, from 2015 to 2020. When the Black community needed to stick together, we stick together. We could have not stand each other at some time. But when something was going on campus and we had to bring out the NAACP, the BSU, we stood together. That's not something that you can just condense into a 30-day experience. And also within that experience, we got Jocelyn and Amber Rose fighting.
That means that you really don't even want to be Black. Nah, you want to go there? Let me see. There she go. Quiet baby, quiet baby, quiet baby. Baby, go. Come on,
at an HBCU, like, y'all don't even go here for real. And on top of that, BET didn't even show it for real. So it's like, you know, if you're gonna advertise it all season, we here now. And I understand like why Alabama State and them decided not to show it, but it's kind of like you open that door, you open that Pandora's box for craziness to happen when you let these outsiders come into your institution. Now, in that isolated moment, I do agree both parties should have been sent home, because in a real institution, if you fight, it's no eating with the office, it's no sit down, let's talk. Nope, y'all fought on school grounds, goodbye. Don't tell nobody, but if you know someone wanted to really scrap, would have went to them apartment complex. You ain't gonna talk about that. I'm just saying, people knew you're not gonna fight on no campus, that's dead. So yeah, both Amber and Jocelyn should have went home. So even though Jocelyn was saying some crazy stuff and have been saying crazy stuff from the beginning of the season, you know, in school, the final say, so who threw the first punch? I don't care what they could have said, because at the end of the day, words are words, you know, you can walk away. But in school, even in the law, who threw the first punch? And Amber got up, walked over there and punched Jocelyn. Both of them was wrong. The fact that in 2023, we have gotten to the point where reality stars fighting at an HBCU, a predominantly HBCU at that, it's kind of like, where did we go? I want to make it seem like I'm idolizing the fights that happen on the non-celebrity seasons, because I'm not. But let me tell you something. Although those fights was crazy, they still was followed up with consequences. When Crystal and Vanessa got into that crazy fight, at the end of the day, Vanessa had to go home, because had she not ran up on Crystal and ran across her, it wouldn't have gotten to that brawl. With Milan and Terry in season 6, ultimately the house voted to send Terry home because they felt like she was the more aggressor. Still was showing its consequences to your action. And also with the non-celebrity version, we were just seeing a raw example, a raw edit of what college is like. They were in school the whole semester, so we saw a whole bunch of things. And we saw relatable experience. Season 4, Crystal ain't had no money, she was broke. We all have been a broke college student at some point. Not everybody, you know, everybody be balling now. But I can relate to that. They had student athletes, they had to do volunteer work, community service, all hookups, breakups, different majors, different personalities, different styles. They got a chance to go abroad and see different cities. We can relate because we saw ourselves within these regular people. Celebrity edition is like, you know, I may tune in because I may like this particular celebrity. Y'all gonna be good when y'all leave here. At the end of y'all 30 days, y'all get the certificate and y'all get to go back to y'all celebrity field life.
I'm graduating to get my certificate, you know, with flying colors.
I'm gonna use my certificate after graduation mostly as just a talking piece, just to look smarter than other people.
This certificate of multi-interdisciplinary studies will get me all the jobs I need.
I may just hang it up in my bathroom so I can look at it every day to just remind myself that I can really do anything that I put my mind to.
Us regular folks, we don't have that privilege. I think I forgot to mention, some of them was just skipping classes, like, you know, when Amon and Ray, they was just taking flights, they had to do something. At the beginning of the semester, when you get that syllabus, you have to abide by that syllabus. So, you know, we don't have that privilege. It's not that easy for people who have associates, bachelors, masters. You're not struggling unless you got like a guaranteed job like nursing or teaching, in which that's it's hard to find a job post-grad. So many people I run into post-school and they're still just trying to find their way, find their niche. And mind you, some of us are like 3, 4, 5 years removed from school. The real world is hard because, you know, you need that experience and not everybody want to hire you because they don't want to give you the experience you need to gain experience. I'm a marketing major. It is not easy for me to find a job. I am still unemployed. But for now, I got to get on my Zoom and do what I do with what I have. That's why I'm blessed and grateful to say that I'm able to create, you know, this platform on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and just use social media in my favor. But I'm still not making the income, applying everything to the fullest that I would like to. It'll come, but it's still a process. But, you know, I'm just like y'all. I wake up every morning and I get those rejection letters and I come sit down and I film. So that's why it's kind of sometimes harder to grasp, you know, these celebrities because they play in school. And once y'all leave here, y'all gonna be good, but for the rest of us actually go here and do all this stuff, you know, it's not always that easy. You know, they would have done better just calling this, you know, are you smarter than a reality star? And they go to like a fake school. And it might have been different, but just actually seeing them, you know, take a diss from someone who probably really wanted to go to the school, it'd be kind of hard to grasp, and I can't fault you for that. And I just feel like overall, people just miss that real world, that real, raw, authentic experience. And let me just state, like, you know, if you like the show, you know, I'm not faulting you for liking the show. I feel like that's very important for me to state. You know, if you like the show, I get it. I didn't 100% dislike it myself, but you know, there's just some problems, concerns, thoughts about the series that I had. This is just me, Malik, my thoughts, the unpopular party. Heavy on the unpopular. I think sometimes y'all forget, like, you know,
My opinions, y'all don't always agree with my opinions, and that's okay. You know, we talk about it in the comment section below.
But you know, that is all that I have for this video essay. Well, I talked for a minute this time. What do you guys overall think about what I had to say in this video? Did you agree? Did you disagree? Do you like the College Hill Celebrity Edition, or would you have preferred the regular school edition? If you are a college graduate or even a college student or someone who is going to college, how do you feel about the show having celebrities at these predominant HBCUs? Put your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, and shout out to all the alphas, shout out to all the D9 out there. I see y'all. Okay, bye.